It's never nice when a predator attacks an innocent animal so it can eat. You got to do what you got to do. Nowhere does this apply more than in the wild. Have you ever seen a puma on the hunt? What about a wolf pack on the trail of a bison? If you want to watch predators hunting, keep watching as we count down 14 insane fighting moments between predators. Number 14, jaguar attacks crocodile. This caiman lounging on the beach is taken aback as a sneaky jaguar creeps up behind it and crushes its neck, putting an end to his days of sunbathing. The caiman went on an all-inclusive vacation that was cut short far too soon. The jaguar now has a meal fit for a king. A jaguar kills another caiman by diving headfirst into the water. The jaguar is so strong that it can easily drag the caiman out of the water and up a tiny river bank while carrying it in its mouth. When it finds a caiman in the water, this jaguar dives from the high diving board and attacks. The jaguar doesn't mind if the caiman is in the water where it can defend itself more effectively. The enormous cat remains still and the caiman appears helpless as it is dragged from the water by the cat's mouth. This jaguar doesn't waste any time in slaying a caiman. By plunging into the water, it takes the caiman and carries it out of the water as if it were an inflatable toy. Number 13, lion kills zebra. This zebra is being pursued by a lioness and is attempting to flee. However, as a second lioness flanks the zebra, she makes it look easy and the zebra should phone to cancel all appointments because it's not going anywhere. This zebra is ambushed in the tall grass, and because he can't see the entire lion pride pursuing him, he falls directly into their trap and perishes. Because they just spotted a zebra, these lions are on the run. They grab it after chasing it through the open field. The zebra is on its back while the felines prepare their meal. Some of the big cats can't wait that long and take a bite every now and then. A sick and weak zebra is easily dispatched by this lion who sneaks up on it. The zebra barely reacts to the attack, and when it does, it appears to be completely unaware of what is going on. This lioness pulls on the zebra's neck with all her strength, but the zebra stands firm and resists. The lioness eventually defeats the striped horse and completes the task, allowing the rest of the family to enjoy a nutritious meal. Number 12, crocodile kills wildebeest. Once jammed in these merciless jaws, few escape, and this wildebeest calf is condemned to die. The wildebeest cross into crocodile-infested waters, and the crocs can't help themselves because they just love the taste of wildebeest, so they help themselves whenever they can. This wildebeest is stuck behind a rock, but the crocodile kindly helps it out, and all it wants in return is the wildebeest on a silver platter. Now that's what I call a win-win situation for the reptile. In this video, a herd of wildebeest is bewildered when one of their own is kidnapped and attacked by a crocodile. Some of the herd members have never seen a crocodile before. Even the adults appear to be unaware of their own level of danger. The calves need to quench their thirst, which outweighs any fear they may be feeling. The crocodiles glide around them with astonishing grace. They are expert hunters who organize their attacks precisely. A strike might happen at any time. Crocodiles are team players when it comes to feeding. There's normally a lot of action during the Great Migration, and the predators usually win. But this wildebeest had other plans. It was an incredible showdown between the much larger crocodile, who was playing in front of a packed stadium at home, and the visiting wildebeest. The guest had no chance according to experts and purists, but the wildebeest proved them wrong. It fought and won because it never gave up. Crocodiles have an edge over large prey like wildebeest. While submerged because of their long, massive bodies and short legs, the crocodiles draw the wildebeest further away from life and closer to death. As the water level rises, this crocodile catches one of these wildebeests as it tries to cross the river. The wildebeest is in deep water and will drown if it does not swim to safety. Number 11. Wild dogs kill impala. These wild dogs seize an impala and begin the process of destroying it. The impala is still oblivious to the wild dog's wrath as they try to rip the impala's insides out to satiate their ravenous appetites. This pack of wild dogs grabs this impala and pulls it out of the water at breakneck speed, devouring the entire animal. In minutes, this impala remains in the water, hoping these wild dogs will not venture in to bring it to shore. However, one of the dogs goes in after it, and with a little perseverance and the support of his friend, they manage to drag the impala towards them and back onto the land. It won't go anywhere except into these dogs' stomachs. The impala jumped into a neighboring dam in a desperate attempt to flee. Unfortunately, the impala also came face to face with a crocodile in the water. The crop tried a couple of times to bite the impala, but it was a large bull. A troop of wild dogs rolled out the red carpet for the impala as it finally escaped the grip of a crocodile and stepped out of the water. And you know what happens when it's opening night for a bunch of wild dogs. Number 10. Mongoose kills This mongoose takes a black manga, and it's not long before the mongoose delivers a deadly blow to one of the most venomous snakes in the world. That's one efficient hunter here is a mongoose that doesn't waste any time and drags a snake across the ditch before executing it. The dusty plain of southern India is the venue for one of nature's most astonishing hunts. It's the face-off between a 7-foot cobra and a mongoose. Cobras are normally shy, but when they are threatened they can become extremely aggressive. The Indian gray mongoose may not look like much competition, but it's quite the predator. With lightning-fast reflexes, and thick-eye snake tries to warn the mongoose, making use of that famous hood and raspy hiss. But the mongoose couldn't care less. So the cobra strikes and strikes and strikes, but misses every time. After letting the snake do its thing, it's the mongoose's turn and he doesn't miss. One strike is all it takes for the little guy, and he will be having salted snake tonight. This mongoose pulls the snake out of a small plant as if it was pulling on a string of spaghetti. Now it's time to make the sauce. Number 9. Leopard kills warthog. Warthogs are robust animals that are difficult to kill, but as you can see in the video, the leopard appears unconcerned. For the sake of warthog fees, the leopard risks his life. As each animal seeks to protect its own life, the leopard and the warthog become bitter adversaries in similar conditions. Warthogs have been known to kill leopards, and gigantic male leopards frequently trap larger warthogs. This leopard, on the other hand, has it all figured out and suffocates the warthog to death. After a few tumbles and holds, this juvenile male leopard has spotted a warthog and is closely following it. The leopard approaches softly and quietly. It checks to see if the warthog is disturbed before taking off and sprinting at it, grabbing it by the neck when it's just at the perfect distance. Despite the warthog squealing for help, it is not about to give up easily. The leopard clings onto his victim and holds until it dies from suffocation. This leopard was hungry and couldn't find anything to eat, so it knocked on the door of this warthog's house and asked for a big donation. The leopard decided to take matters into its own paws and teach the wardrobes of etiquette when the warthog indicated it wasn't interested. A massive male leopard has successfully caught a large warthog in the scuffle. The result of these battles is never certain, but with the warthog on its back and the leopard holding it down with a tight grip, the warthog eventually succumbs despite its valiant efforts. Because the warthog is tenacious and the leopard is weary, the leopard must take rest in between bites. Fortunately for the cat, the warthog is gravely injured and will not be going anywhere. Number 8. Honey badger kills snake. This honey badger rushes up to a snake and destroys it in a matter of seconds. When the badger is bitten during the struggle, the venom acts in the badger, falls asleep for a few hours before devouring the snake. As soon as it wakes up, this honey badger climbs a tree to look for a snake at spots. As the honey badger climbs a tree, the snake slithers for its life. Jumping off the tree, it chases after the snake. The honey badger makes no room for the snake and overwhelms it in seconds, devouring it on the spot. The mole snake is not venomous, but it is a strong constrictor that may create excruciating bite wounds that can become lethal if infected. The honey badger is locked onto its victim and will not let go until it is crushed. When the badger mobilizes the snake's jaws, the battle is over and the badger may enjoy his well-earned meal. When little snakes aren't accessible, the honey badger will devour any snake, no matter how large it is. Now, I'm not saying the badger killed this big python, but anything is conceivable with this crazy nutcase. One thing is certain, it's eating the snake, whether it killed it or not. Number 7. Cheetah hunting gazelle. This cheetah mother appears to be chasing gazelle for quite some time. The adept gazelle will sidestep, dodge, and weave between trees to throw the cheetah off. Finally, the harm to the gazelle determines whether the gazelle lives or dies. The fatigued gazelle collapses from an injured rear limb. After racing 320 yards at 56 mph, the cheetah avoids the dangerous horns by heading straight for the gazelle's neck. After the head has fallen, the cubs are in for a novel experience. Even though she drags the kill by herself, within minutes, a swarm of flying scavengers has formed. The cheetah mother and her young must be fed before too many vultures approach. The problem with the cheetah mother is that she is still too exhausted to feed. Immediately, the cheetah mother charges the vultures, and the boldest of the two cubs imitates his mom. The cheetahs will eventually have to give up their kill to the vultures. A much larger grand gazelle is taken on by this cheetah. The cubs try to help because they can't let the prize get away, but the gazelle still refuses to go down. The gazelle quickly turns the table and shifts his head, putting the cheetah right in the line of fire of his deadly weapons, his 30-inch horns. The mother cheetah tries to keep between the deadly spikes, but the powerful gazelle slams her into the ground. The gazelle's spear-like horns then pierce the cheetah's torso. The cheetah is badly gored. A cheetah that can chase after prey is better off dead if they don't have their mother to defend them. These cubs will shift from fleeing with the hunter to fleeing as the hunted. This cheetah's pursuit of a gazelle is amazing to watch. It simply fires over the enormous field, killing its target in a matter of seconds. Although this isn't always the case, simply watching the race unfold from beginning to end is enthralling. Number 6. Wolves versus bison. Bison are so dangerous that only a few wolf packs are willing to take them on. A wolf can be easily killed or injured by a bison, and killing one requires a lot of hunting cooperation. The wolves circle the herd to disturb it, but the bison are armed and hostile, so the wolves must be cautious. By pursuing the herd, the wolves attempt to induce a stampede and separate one of the smaller bison. Let the gigantic creatures see right through the wolves' plan and form a circle around their young with their horns facing outwards for the wolves to win. All it takes is one bison to make a mistake and abandon the group. For whatever reason, the bison are afraid, and most of the herd runs, leaving only a few bison to face the pack. The wolves kill one of the bisons, which gives them food for the time being, but they will have to go back on the hunt shortly. This bison is annihilating this lone wolf by flinging it into the air and trampling it. Yet despite being bathed in blood, exhausted and losing, the wolf refuses to quit. Number 5. Puma kills guanaco. The puma's attack on the guanaco is cut short in this footage, and all we see is the puma swooping over the guanaco and disappearing with its prey. Guanacos can reach a height of 2 meters and grow 3 times the size of a female puma. Will this mother be able to look after her cubs as they grow up? The guanaco is an incredible animal. The puma keeps going and her cubs try to help, but they're simply too small and unskilled to take down such a massive prey. Worse, the mother has sustained major injuries because of this failed hunt. Her injuries are severe, and she will be out of commission for weeks. Her cubs, on the other hand, will perish quickly if they are not fed. Predators face their own trials and tribulations, in addition to those faced by prey. What a rare opportunity. This female puma took her time getting into the correct position to attack hesitant guanaco, and she moved at the perfect moment. This depicts the guanaco's size and strength as well as the puma's difficulty in obtaining food, because catching a guanaco doesn't mean killing it. Number 4. Snow leopard hunting goat. Watch as a snow leopard chases a mountain goat down a precipice until both predator and prey fall from the edge of the cliff. I'm not sure how none of these animals doesn't perish, but by the end of the fall, but they will not be in top shape if they survive. They are slamming into massive rocks at high speeds with nothing to buffer the blow. After a 200-foot fall, both creatures are rendered immobile. Either they are dead or in a coma. The snow leopard joins in yet another spectacular chase, but this time predator and prey keep their balance and race down the cliff without falling. The snow leopard eventually catches up to and kills its prey. The snow leopard must chase animals on this type of terrain, which is dangerous. Every time he goes hunting, he puts his life on the line. Number 3. Golden eagle kills deer. This golden eagle soars above a roe deer it has chosen as its next prey. The eagle swoops in for the kill and clings to the deer's back. Despite the deer's best efforts to evict the eagle, as the deer flees for his life, the eagle's handler runs alongside the two animals. The eagle performs admirably and successfully completes the mission. The blood pouring down the side of this deer's body can be seen as the eagle stands on its back. The deer is clearly too large for the eagle to carry away, but the eagle is incapable of killing it. So what happens next? This eagle successfully hunts and kills a huge buck. This is not a small deer, so I'm blown away. It simply goes to show how well equipped the eagle is. Number 2. Dogs attack wolf. This German Shepherd goes into a fight with a wolf, but it is the German Shepherd that wins. The wolf is attacked by the dog, who is highly hostile. These dogs are chasing a couple of wolves, but when the wolves approach the dogs flee. The dogs, on the other hand, believe it's time to go after the wolves one more time and resume the chase. These dogs attack a wolf and make life difficult for him. This wolf doesn't appear to be going to make it. The dogs have taken command of the situation and are refusing to relinquish it. The wolf manages to rise and flee, but the dogs pursue him. This wolf is being mauled by these two dogs, who are both attacking his neck. This is being filmed by the dog's owner, and I am strongly opposed to this form of cruelty, because wolves are so valuable and there are so few left in the world. This should, in my opinion, be considered a crime. Number 1. Goshawk hunting rabbit. This jackrabbit has no chance of getting out of this imbroglio. It runs and tries to avoid being caught, but the goshawk has the air advantage and launches the attack with surgical precision. But surprisingly enough, the bunny fends it off. So a second attack is required, and this one is successful. Watch this jackrabbit fiercely fight for its life as it fends off a ghost man. Can this bunny run and jump? But in the end, it's not enough to save its life. Look at the speed with which this ghost shop grabs this rabbit. As soon as its handler lets it go, it takes seconds before completing the mission. These were all fun to watch. But I just love watching the river otters. For some reason, which one was your favorite? Why don't you let us know in the comments below? Well, that's our countdown of 14 insane fighting moments between predators. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and let us know in the comments what you think. Check out our other videos and subscribe to be part of the fun. Click on the notification icon so you can see our new videos as soon as they are uploaded. That's it for now.